Hey guys, welcome back to another custom LEGO minifigure showcase video, and today I've got 3 custom LEGO minifigures from Avengers Endgame, and of course I've got Ronin, Captain America, and AntMan. And you might be wondering, why are there so few figures? Well, as you've seen probably with most of the community, there is not a lot of reference or, stuff to be done because there hasn't been a lot released, so we can't really do that much. But there will be more figures such as this big grape here, but this summer will be mostly filled with Avengers Endgame content from a minifigure standpoint. But anyways, let's just get right into the video. Alright, kicking this video off with Ant-Man in his suit that is pretty much just the same suit from Ant-Man and the Wasp, just carried over into this movie. But anyways, it looks pretty nice. It's 100% fully hand-painted by me, and it's got quite a few 3D elements, which I will get into in just a second. But starting off with the helmet, it is fully sculpted. I used the base of an Ant-Man helmet, and then I sculpted on the front. It looks pretty good from this side angle, in my opinion. I think it looks pretty nice. It's a little lopsided on the other side. It's not completely even, but this is not how I would display this figure, so I don't really care that much. But just going to take the helmet off and show you the alternate thing that I have. I've just got a normal sleepy hairpiece. It works pretty well for Scott. And I just have the Ezra the Ezra head with a black ring painted around it. So next, for the legs, they're just fully 100% hand painted to the best of my ability, and then the little regulator there is just a little bit of Procreate sculpted on to add a little bit of definition. He does have the little buttons painted onto his hands and a little bit more detail painted onto his hands as well. If it would focus, yep, there you go. And then these little rings areas are three-dimensional as well, just glued on there. They look pretty nice. The arms look pretty nice in general. The back does have a little bit of sculpting on it for the little pack or whatever it's called. I don't know the terminology. And then the rest of the torso is just painted, of course, but it looks pretty nice. I like the figure a lot. I hope you do too. Let's move on. Alright, now we've got Captain America in his Avengers 1, I guess you could say, suit, because we have seen set photos of him in this suit. So I decided to make it because I knew that there would be plenty of reference for it. So just to get it out of the way, it's just the standard Captain America shield with a little bit of weathering on it. It's not the new one because I don't have that yet. But moving on, the torso started as a base with the original Lego torso, just with a few blue highlights and some silver highlights put in there. Then I painted the arms to look as symmetrical as possible. I think I got it pretty well. And they look pretty nice. They're 100% hand painted by me. And then the back, I carried over the light blue onto there as well. It looks lighter on camera because of the light, but that's fine. There's also some silver detailing up there as well. The head was the original Lego head that I just then painted some of the new blue color. That way it would look more consistent and nice. The legs are 100% hand painted by me as well, with the light blue and dark blue to make it blend nicely with the rest of the figure. And then the boots are just painted, and then there are some little 3D straps there. There are usually 2 straps, but I could not fit them on the figure the way that I wanted to design this figure. I think this figure came out looking pretty well, and I hope you enjoyed it. It is posable for the most part, which is something that I've been trying to do with most of my figures recently, including the Miles Morales, and another upcoming figure in just a second. But that's the figure, and let's move on. Sorry if my voice sounds weird, it's just really early in the morning, so, that's fun. But anyways, here we've got Ronin, or Hawkeye, whatever you want to say. But this figure took a while, but it came out looking pretty awesome. I really like the way this figure looks. But anyways, just to get them out of the way, we've got just a modified Lego bow. It's nothing special. And then we've got a katana over here, just a modified black Lego katana, just painted up and sealed. That way it looks nice. And yeah, so this figure is a thing, and it's just gonna take a few seconds to pose him correctly. Alright, so that's how this figure pretty much has to stay posed because of the bow and arrow thing that I will explain in more further detail in just a second. But starting, this figure is 100% hand painted by me except for the face. But I did recolor the eyebrows, and I painted on the huge thing for his hairdo. I took a sleepy hair piece and modified the heck out of it by cutting and sanding the heck out of it. And the face came out looking pretty well, I think. And then the legs are just painted up based off the Pop figure. I put on as much detail as I could get and still have it look nice. I then put the little skirt on. That is just glued on there. Then I got the belt, which is of course glued on there as well. And then the torso, which is painted, and I'll give you a better look at it in just a second. There's also this little 3D element right here, which is nice. It goes and does wrap around all the sides and to the back, which I will show in more detail in just a second. The belt does also extend to the back as well. And then the arms are painted. This hand, of course, trying to be as accurate as possible. And then this hand just being the normal black Lego hand. Now, if you give me a second, I can take this off and explain all of that in better detail. Alright, now that that's all gone, you can sort of see this figure a little better in detail. And you can see now that that hand can go all the way to the side when it's not there. I did paint this little strap there, and as you can see, this does go all the way back, but it is mostly covered up, which is why I don't care that it's inaccurate. So just to explain this, this is a modified Lego bow arrow holder. I don't know what it's called. I took a Lego cape, cut it up, and used a little bit of Procreating glue and put it onto this thing. That way it was a thinner strap. And then I glued this strap onto it, painted it up with the details. That way it can hang on him nicely. That's a little detail that I really like. But anyways, that was the figure. This was probably the most different figure that I've made so far. But I really like it. I think it came out well despite the inaccuracies. I will be changing some of the inaccuracies later down the line. But for now, I think that it works out pretty well, and I hope you enjoyed it. So let's just go ahead and wrap up this showcase video. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to let me know by dropping it a like below and or your opinion, and make sure to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. That way you are always notified when other videos might come out. But I will be having the comment section disabled until likely Sunday, just to avoid spoilers and all of that. But until the next video, hopefully you guys enjoyed Endgame. There will likely be another new Good Morning Pop Culture sometime these coming weeks, because I will be reviewing Avengers Endgame. Spoilery, very spoilery review, because that's big. But anyways, this has been the video. I've been Taylor, and as always, be positive.